Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. It's Samantha. In this video, I'm going to show you how to make hibiscus oil using dried flowers. A lot of the recipes that you'll find use fresh flowers, but that's difficult if you live in an area where hibiscus doesn't naturally grow. But an advantage of using dried flowers is that the oil will last longer because there'll be absolutely no moisture in this recipe. So before I show you how to make hibiscus oil, I'm just going to give you a little bit about the hair benefits of hibiscus. So firstly, it is an amazing conditioner, and I actually showed you how to make a leave-in conditioner using hibiscus because it is so good for conditioning the hair. It also stimulates hair growth, and it also delays premature graying of the hair, so your hair will be darker for longer, and it can help to prevent dandruff. So if you've got scalp issues, it's really good to use. And it also regulates sebum production in the scalp. It can help to strengthen the hair roots and therefore prevent hair loss. So this is an amazing ingredient. So as I said, we're using dried flowers, and it doesn't matter what color they are because hibiscus comes in all sorts of colors. I've got the red ones here, but if you've got the yellow ones, the white ones, purple, they will all work. It is the ingredients which are in the hibiscus flowers which will work. So I love this particular color because it's so beautiful, so rich. So in addition to that, we're going to need an oil, a nice light penetrating oil. So I'm using sunflower, but if you want, you can use coconut oil, almond oil, even olive oil. Those are still good options for this hibiscus oil. And then we're going to need a glass that is heat resistant because we're going to warm up the oil in a pot of boiling water. So first of all, I'm going to blend the flowers so that I create a powder. So if you've got hibiscus powder, then you can skip this step and just go straight into the next step. But because I have the dried flowers, which I personally prefer, I decided to blend them because it makes the infusion much, much better. So I'm using a quarter cup of the dried flowers, which I showed you there is about a heaped handful. So it's a really good amount. And then I'm just going to blend it so that I create a powder. So my blender is not that powerful, so it's not going to be a really fine powder, but that's still okay. If you've got a more powerful one, then you're going to get, a really fine powder, and that will still be okay. So after blending, this is what my hibiscus powder looks like. As I said, my blender is not very powerful, so the powder is not very fine. So if you've got an even better blender, then you're good to go. But this will still be fine, it'll still work. So all I'm going to do now is just put the blended dry flowers or my hibiscus powder into the glass jar, and then I'm going to pour my oil into the jar. So the proportions here are you using twice as much of the hibiscus in terms of the oil. So I added a quarter cup of the flowers, and therefore I'm going to add half a cup of oil. If you don't measure, because I know some people don't like to measure, all you do is check how much of the powder you've got, and then you add oil, which is twice that amount, because you want your oil to completely submerge the flowers and it'll work. If you prefer a really concentrated oil, then you can use less oil. It's entirely up to you, but this is the proportion that I like. So now it's time to warm everything up. So I'm just going to shake it up, and then that helps to start the infusion process. Make sure that the powder is distributed throughout the oil, and then I'm going to put the glass jar into the pot of boiling water, and then we are going to warm it up for at least 15 minutes. So 15 to 20 minutes is good. As you can see, the oil is already starting to take the color of the flowers, which is exactly what we want. And that's because we used powder, because we blended the leaves. So I'm just going to warm this up for about 20 minutes. And using this method makes sure that you're not destroying all the good stuff which are in the hibiscus flowers. Because if you put this directly into the pot, then there's a chance of burning the flowers. They're so delicate, so they'll burn easily. So once my 20 minutes are up, I just take it out and allow it to cool down completely. And there it is, absolutely gorgeous. You can see that the oil is looking lovely. So I'm just going to leave that in a cool, dark place and let that infuse at least overnight. So I left mine for maybe 36 hours because I prepared this in the morning, and then I started straining it in the evening. So because I blended mine into a powder, I wanted to make sure that I got rid of all the little bits. And you'll see the flowers will settle at the bottom. So all I do is just shake it up and then strain. And I'm using the end of a pair of tights because you want to catch all the little bits and pieces that we blended. You can use a cheesecloth if you want. You could still use a really fine tea strainer. I'm sure that would work, but this is my preferred method. And my gorgeous friends, this is our gorgeous hibiscus oil. It looks absolutely stunning. That color, you can see that the oil has taken up the color of the leaves, and that's because we blended it. So now it's just time to put it in another jar to store it. And what I recommend is you store this in a cool, dark place. So because we use dried leaves, there's no moisture in there. This oil will last at least 12 months. So it can even last about 18 months. And that's the advantages of using dried leaves. So this oil is really versatile. You can apply it straight to your scalp or your hair as a scalp oil or hair oil, but you can also use it as a pre-poo, and you can also add it to your other growth oils. You can add it to your deep conditioners. It's going to be amazing for your hair. So this is what it looks like. I just put the leaves there so you can see the color of the oil, which I'm just so in love with. And of course, I'm in love with the color of the petals. Those flowers are just beautiful. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you found it useful. If you make it, do come back and let me know, and I'll see you in my next video. If you've not yet subscribed to my channel, I'd really appreciate it if you subscribe. So hit that red subscribe button or that red word. And also please give the video a big thumbs up. Also click the bell icon so that you'll be notified whenever I have a new video on the channel. And I promise you, I'm going to have loads of really exciting videos for you. So again, thank you so much for watching. If you've subscribed to my channel already, thank you so much. I really, really appreciate your support. And I will see you soon. Take care. Bye for now.